Right, question 12. Write down the nth term, yeah? Now remember the nth term, you look at the gap. Okay, you've got to look at the gap for every one. Can you see here? You're adding on 5. Every time you're adding on 5. That means you write down 5n. Okay? And then you check what the term before is. Okay? What the term before is? Well, if you're adding 5, the term before then, well, you take away 5, the term before then would have been 1, wouldn't it? So it's 5n, and then it's plus that 1 then. Okay? With part B, right? Now you need to think of these as two separate sequences. Okay? With part B, you've got to think of them as two separate sequences. So what I would do is, I would write out the first sequence to begin with, and take your time on it. Okay, so you've got 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So you can see here, I've just written down the numbers to the left of the multiplication. So think of this as a sequence on its own, and you want to find the nth term here. To get the nth term, look at the gap. You see the gap is 2 plus 2, so it's 2n, isn't it? And then what you do, well, you know, what's the term before this? Of course, it would have been 6, wouldn't it? It would be 2n plus 6, that is. Let's look at the sequence on the right-hand side of the multiplication. So it's 15, 11, 7, 3, minus 1. What's the gap this time? Can you see? Well, it's actually minus 4, isn't it? Because you might be thinking 4. It's going down 4, isn't it? So you've taken away 4. So it'll be minus 4n. Okay? And, of course, because it's going down 4, the one before it would have been 19, wouldn't it? So it'll be minus 4n plus 19. So to put this together then, you go in this format that they've got. You've got 2n plus 6 on the left side of the multiplication sign, and then minus 4n plus 19 on the right-hand side of the multiplication sign, and you're done. Part C, okay, again, look at the gap. It really is important to check the gap for every one, because if you notice here, the gap changes. And if you remember when the gap changes, it's all to do with your square numbers. So if I write the sequence down again, all to do with your square numbers, let's write down our square numbers. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. These are my square numbers, n squared, yeah? What am I doing to my square numbers to get this? Think about it. What am I doing to 1 to get to 6? We're adding on 5, aren't we? It's the same here, we're adding on 5. Every one we're adding on 5. So the nth term will be n squared plus 5.